Hi, this is Karen. I'm with inspiredbygram.com. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 2 of the mega closeout sale with Stampin' Up! And I thought I would come on and show you guys what I made here. I've got a card holder that will fit at least, I've got 3 cards already made, will fit at least 3 cards. I know I can get another one in there, and probably you could get at least 3 or maybe even 4, maybe even 10 cards would fit in there. But at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to make this holder. But first, we're going to show you how to make this card here. I've already made 3 of them. And they use the Snow Wonder stamp set from Stampin' Up! It's a cling stamp set. And we've got some tasteful label dies here in this card. But in the other card, we're going to be using some other dies. All right, so that's what the inside looks like. And it's embellished with the gold metallic very vanilla ribbon. Here I tied a knot bow, which we'll do today. Here I just tied a regular bow. I embellished it with the elegant faceted gems here, and the labels here are popped up with dimensionals. And again, the inside is looking like this. And our envelopes, well, they match as well. We use the tree from the Snow Wonder. All right, so let's get started. Let me put this all over on the side, and we're going to just bring this up here. The holder I'm actually going to make in a old olive theme, just to give you guys just an idea of what it would look that way as well. We'll change out the very vanilla label dies. Okay, again, here is this cling stamp set that we're going to be using. I'm using the trees here. This one here, sending you blessings, peace, and magic this Christmas season. On the inside, I'm going to stamp Happy Christmas. Any of these sentiments will work. So it's a great versatile set. All right, so let me grab all of my consumable paper products over here. And I've got them all stacked up. Okay, so I've got my medium, very vanilla envelope. And let's go through all the measurements here. I've got the old olive cardstock base, which is cut 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm scoring it at 4 1/4. Just give it a really good burnish and set that aside. Then I've got a piece of old olive cardstock, which is cut 4 by 5 1/4. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want your paper trimmer. So I've cut this one. This is Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper. Guys, this paper is on sale for $8.05. Like, that's a 12-pack of Designer Series paper, 2-sided, for $8.05. You can't go wrong, so you should head over to my website to order that today before it does sell out. All right, so again, we're going to take this paper and we're going to cut a 1 3/4 inch off. I'm using my Stampin' trimmer to do that. And that's all you need with a trimmer. And hang that back up on the wall. That trimmer has a nice little slot hole in it, so I do hang mine on my wall. All right, so here's our panel. This is old olive. Again, it's cut 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to get my silicone craft sheet because I don't want to get my desk all dirty here with the adhesive. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece, the larger piece, and actually, let me just show you. I don't know if you noticed. I'm making 2 cards that look the same. So these 2 cards look the same, and we're going to make this one today. So it just gives the person just a different variation. So I want to put my adhesive on the larger side on this beautiful, elegant paper from Poinsettia Place. And then I'm going to add this right here to the left side of that old olive panel, and it's just a 1/4 inch border. And then we're going to take the other piece, and we're going to layer this right on here. And that's just the opposite side of that paper. So very versatile paper for $8.05 for a whole 12-pack. So you can just imagine how many cards you could make with it in this pattern here. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and I'm going to add it on all 4 sides to that back of the old olive panel. I'm bringing my card base back in here. Again, a 1/4 inch border. This is a great card to mass produce. It's a very elegant card. And I think that's kind of what we're looking for at the Christmas holiday. All right, so I've got the metallic edged, very vanilla ribbon, and I'm going to open up the card because I want this to come through on the inside of the card, so when the person opens up the card, they see not only your message, but they also see the beautiful ribbon. All right, so we're going to open this up, making sure it's flat. We don't want our ribbon kind of, you know, twisted. I'm going to bring this over here. For this card, I'm going to create a knot bow because I've already got two made with a regular bow. And so we're just going to do that. I secure that knot with my middle finger, grab the right side and pull with my left because I'm right-handed, okay? Now, definitely want your ribbon scissors for any ribbon. I'm just going to trim that off. And then this one, I'm going to angle it the other way. All right, so that's it. We only wasted about 1/4 of an inch of ribbon. So I'm just going to make it go like that. Okay, now we're going to stamp. So I've got my label here, and that was from the Tasteful Labels dies. I've got my inside panel, which is very vanilla. All these are very vanilla, 4 by 5 1/4, and I've got my very vanilla envelope. So do that. I'm going to take my old olive ink pad. First thing I'm going to do is let me stamp the beautiful trees here in old olive. Only one ink color. So it's super simple. You don't have to clean your stamps much when you're using just one ink color. And then let's bring in that sentiment. I've got sending you blessings, peace, and magic this Christmas season. Stamp that right down on that Tasteful Labels dies. This die has stitching on it. It's really beautiful. And then on the inside, we're going to say Happy Christmas. And we'll just stamp that right down. Now that's beautiful. All right, so now we just need to assemble the rest of the card. Let's get this inside panel. Oops, I took my Stampin' Sale Plus and I just ran out. So let me grab the regular one. Okay. Now this is going to go on the inside of the card with a 1/4 of an inch border on all 4 sides. Then we're going to take the sentiment label and we'll just add some more adhesive. And we're going to layer it right on top of that other Tasteful Labels dies, just to give a nice little old olive accent. Flip this over. We're going to add 4 dimensionals to the corners. Just going to give it some depth, and it's going to go over top of that ribbon. So we know it's going to be saying very secure in the mail. Use your thumbnail to press the center of those dimensionals. They come off so much easier. All right, and then bring this back in. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure your ribbon is in the correct position. And then before you secure it 100%, you want to just make sure that it all looks good. So before I do that, I'm just going to add this here. Now I'm looking at the top of the arch of that die to make sure it's in the center, and then that the center is from this die is in the center of that ribbon. So I'm just going to slightly move it up a little bit and then give it a good press. Now the final touch for the card are the elegant faceted gems, and I keep my gems and all my embellishments in these clear cases from Stampin' Up. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to use the these come in 3 different colors, the elegant faceted gems. I'm going to add one over here. Let's see, I'm going to move that big one over there. Petal pink, clear, and like a whisper white color. All right, so I'm just going to add 3 to the card front there. All right, so that's our card here. Looks awesome. All right, so now we are going to create that holder. All right, so let me bring in the holder. The base of it is very vanilla. And like I said, we're going to change this out. I'm going to change this to Old Olive, but I'm using the same Designer Series paper from Poinsettia Place. I've got the dies. These are the dies that are on sale, you guys. $17.50. And you get all of these. They're great. I'm using, to create the box, I'm using the largest 2 of the dies. okay? And I'm also using these two little pieces here, they're kind of foliage pieces, to create this little embellishment off to the side here, okay? So let me just put these back because I don't want to lose them. I keep my dies on magnet sheets from Stampin' Storage. They work awesome. All right, so I've already done the die cutting ahead of time, so we can save that. But we do need our Stampin' trimmer. Okay, so these are all the pieces to it. I am also going to change it up and add the old olive underneath this to make everything look very, very coordinated. Okay, so we need our Stampin' trimmer because it's got the scoring blade on it. You want to start with a piece of very vanilla cardstock. I have the regular cardstock. I think that works great. And it's cut 7.5 by 9.5. So score on the long way, which is this way. We're going to score on each side at 1.5 inches. Okay, the scoring tool is the lighter shaded blade. Okay, that's 1.5. And flip it over and 1.5. Okay, now you're going to turn it and rotate it, and you're going to score at 4 and 5.5. Okay, that's all you need with a trimmer. And now we're going to burnish all of those lines. Take our bone folder to do that. I find it's easier to do the sides and then turn it around, and we're going to go the other direction. So there's only 4 score lines, very easy. This is also a holder that you could totally mass produce. It doesn't take very long at all. So now what you're going to do is you're going to cut up on all of these lines up to the 1.5 inch score line. So I'm just going to take my paper snips to do that. Cut right up. And since I ran out of the Stampin' Seal Plus, actually, I'm going to go get a refill so you guys can see how we refill those. I think I have one over here. Okay, yes I do. So they come in a package like this. And there's a little notch here that you can rip right off there. And they come... All right, so then I'm going to just take my old Stampin' Seal out, recycle that. And then we're going to just pop this one right back in there. And the Stampin' Seal Plus is the extra strong, like a 3D tape. So what you're going to want to do is you want to flip this over, and on one side you're going to put the Stampin' Seal Plus. Oops, see how sticky that is? It just totally took my cardstock off because I was going way too fast. So let me get that off my finger. Okay, so now let's go a little bit slower. See, I've got, oh my gosh, hold on you guys. It's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so I'm going to start over again. Well, I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. Sorry about that. Nothing like having a major blooper on camera. I don't edit, so you're going to see that. All right, so now what you're going to want to do is fold in these flaps here. And then I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to just line those edges right up. So we're going to create this nice little box. And you want to make sure that your edges are going the same way. So what I mean by that is, see how this one is the edge of it? So we want to make sure that this one is coming over so they're going in the same direction. Again, I'm just going to line up the edge. The best we can, and I just struggling there for a little bit. Okay, that's close enough. You guys get the idea. So then what I do is I like to just make sure I take my bone folder and just go in like this. Make sure it's nice and sealed good. Okay, so here's our box. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take these 2 pieces, actually 4, all right, and we're going to add our adhesive on the front. You could either do it this way, that's really pretty as well, or we're going to showcase the paper with the brighter colors. So we're just going to add some adhesive. 3 lines of adhesive should be good. And we're going to line this right up over that larger die. I die cut with the old olive paper, the cardstock, which is in our card. And again, this is the Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper, which is on sale for $8 and a mere 5 cents. This would make a great project to give as a craft fair item or a gift in general. Okay, so we've got those 2 looking great. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add more adhesive and we're going to pop them right on the box. So I would add 3 lines of adhesive, and then what I do is I line up the edge of this die to the bottom of the box. Okay, and then I'm going to put my hand in there and give it a good press. And then you want to put your adhesive, don't go all the way to the edge, just kind of leave about 1 inch off. Again, we're going to put this right to the edge. Okay, and I'll stick my hand in there to give it a good press. All right, so now we're going to stamp. We're going to stamp that same greeting that we used in Old Olive. Same greeting on the front of the card. Just like that. And then we're going to add our adhesive to the back of that die. This is from the Tasteful Label, so everything is really coordinating nice. And 2 of these products are on sale, so you got to get them while you can. Now, I'm not going to add the ribbon, okay, but we're going to pop it up with our dimensional. So again, we need 4. Just like that, and give them a good press so those little pieces pop up, and then just take your fingernail and just pull them right up. They should peel right up. Okay, now we are going to add this label right to the front, and I put my hand on the inside and I just kind of squish it together. All right, we're getting there. The last kind of touch I wanted to add would be these little die cuts from the Celebration dies that are on sale. Don't forget, $17.50. Okay, and then we're going to just kind of simply use a glue dot. Where are my glue dots? I don't know where my glue dots are. Here they are. Do you ever have that problem like I have off to the side? You can't see it. Good thing you can't see it, because I've got everything over to the right side and it's kind of chaotic over there. All right, so now we're going to take a glue dot, put it on the back side of that die, and then I'm going to slide it off at an angle and press it down. And we're going to repeat that. So take your die that you cut with a gold foil, press it, peel it off, and then we're going to add this right in here. And why I use gold foils because I didn't use the ribbon, and that it kind of tied the whole theme together with some gold. Now to finish it off, we're going to add those elegant faceted gems, just like we did on our cards. So I'm going to put 2 down on the bottom here. And then we're going to take one of the little tiny ones and let's put it over here. So 2 over here and 1 over there. All right, so now let's put it all together, you guys. And you can kind of see both of them in the picture. All right, I know this one's probably a little bright because it's a very vanilla, but let's put it all in here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, somewhere I have an envelope right there. So that's a card we made. with our 4 envelopes. Let's put those right in there. And then we're going to take the 4 cards, 2 the same like this, and then the other 2 using the reverse side. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to add all 4 of these cards in there and see how much room we have left. Oh yeah, you can probably make, gosh, 8 cards and fit them all in there. And what I would do is I would find some kind of cello bag and I would tie it all up with a nice ribbon and give it as a gift. So a great craft fair item here, or a nice gift as well. So I'm going to gift these to someone, probably a family member of mine, so they have their Christmas cards all ready for next year. All right, for all your Stampin' Up! Needs and to take advantage of the sale, you can head over to inspiredbygram.com. Don't forget to use my host code, okay? If your order is $35 to $149.99, use the code, okay? Many people forget this, and if you use it, then you'll receive a free silicone craft sheet, which is what I used today to protect my surface, from me in the month of January. So this code here is good from December 1st to the 31st, 2020. All right, again, that website is inspiredbygram.com, and you have a great day and be well.